Josh Snow back with another episode of Scheme Wars. Today, looking at Alabama offense versus the Wisconsin defense. So, first things first, I think Alabama's passing game, Ryan Grubb's passing game, is probably my favorite passing game, NFL or college. I think he attacks coverages really well through double calls, which I'll highlight in this. It's a lot of floods, a lot of pylons, a lot of deeps, all the stuff I love. The run game is hideous. It was hideous so far this year. It's been hideous at Seattle. So when I watch them, I purely look at pass games. I think he does a great job. Wisconsin, on the other hand, I know nothing about Wisconsin defense. To me, is like super old school. Like at the corner, I'll show you some of the double calls, right? So this was a classic indication, right? Tale as old as time. The corner goes out there, some sort of zone, reload the back, we're tapping our helmets, we're canning it, we're killing it, we're alerting it, whatever words they use. We're getting into our second play call because we know some version of zone. Now, here they're running like a true all curls concept. I've never studied this concept. I don't quite understand it. It seems like everybody's open at the same time. There's no sort of spacing or timing aspect for it. But we just are here to show you they are double calling, like they are attacking certain coverages. They're not just up there just freaking calling plays. Right? And you kind of see this over and over. The other part I really like about this scheme, passing wise, is I think he does a really good job of protections. It's a ton of chipping. Of course, they don't chip here, but it's a ton of chipping and using the back correctly and different sort of protection calls. So I think if you're looking into that stuff, double call world, pylons, floods, and then the chips, they do a great job. So here they're on a flood concept. Doesn't matter how you get to it in zone. I think there's better ways to get certain coverage than others. But I'm putting something deep. I'm putting something out of bounds at 25-ish, and I'm putting something in the flat. So here they have the tight end. I think they use personnel well as well. They use formations really well. A lot of tights, bunches, stacks, motions, shifts, that sort of world. So we have one's going to run a pivot. I believe he's on the ball, so I would presume two's on the post, and then three's on our corner or sail, however you do it. Now we're going to chip and run the dig. The dig to me is kind of useless, but the chip aspect is what I really care about here. Okay, so they do a great job of chipping the edge rushers. They chip the man side most of the time. Okay, so at least they get that point. It's like that's much more beneficial to chip the man side, and then the back does a great job of protection. Right, so as long as you get something deep, something middle, something flat against zones, it really doesn't matter. And of course, there's a little bit of variations depending on what coverage you want to attack. Up front, you'll get some sort of 5 call, I'd imagine. This could have been a slide or a 5. Doesn't matter. We'll play out the same way, slide left or 5ing it. Thank you for chipping. Tackle, we got to understand we're getting a chip here. I think the technique of actually chipping has to be taught pretty hardcore. Right? I do like a big chipping study right now. It's like you don't want to do this because this overshoots him. You really just want to be like in bowling, like a bumper. Right? A bumper to keep him kind of where he is, and so we know where he is as a tackle. I don't want you to hit him this hard because then it bumps it off. Okay, we don't know quite what we're getting. So just provide a bumper. I don't need a kill shot. Provide a bumper, keep him kind of staying. We can go flat set and be aggressive. We're going to 5. Decent job of passing off the twist. Okay, the issue is the guard doesn't collect it. Guard doesn't sense it. You want the guard to rip that over. Okay, easier said than done. But a really nice job in RB of you become a 6 offensive lineman. Okay, so go hit it in there. You set the depth of the pocket just like a guard would if you get interior pressure as a running back. Okay, so a perfect look at that. Also, another bonus of a running back going to attack it is now, if this guy falls off, okay, you can run him into something else, right? You can use these guys now as bumpers, just like you do as a chipper out here, right? If I take him on a little deeper, right, and he edges me one way or the other, right, I have no help. But if I get into the line of scrimmage, right, it's a lot of shit. I can kind of clog it up a little bit easier. Right, so I love these guys' pass game and the protection. I think they do a great job. This is a hellacious throw by the quarterback. Okay, this guy's a sleeper to win the Heisman. I like the long shot odds on him to win the Heisman. I actually really like Alabama to win the SEC. As like if you can get the correct price as well. Running back, I put this on here. So this is actually like a really bad job. I've talked about this ad nauseum. Don't have your RB in protection and also be the flat component of a post over. We lose our flat, play freaking sucks. More so, cross dogs, okay, this is how it's actually picked up. We're sliding to our right here. Okay, so center, I'm setting A gap I have the first thing back. So A gap, I have the first thing back. Does a good job there. Okay, now the running back, come put your big boy panties on because we're about to get fucking smoked here. Right, so we're on our right people. Once again, the chipping, love the chipping. The chipping to the man side, as they should. They understand that. Okay, running back just gets completely run over here. That's why I like some of the gap pro pull stuff. If you're getting interior pressures, the gap stuff is much better, right? So we don't want to chip the edge just like this. Full slide mechanics. Pull it. Right now, our back could be free here. Right, you're expecting them to read out and running back and then go fit the crease between the kick out and the last guy in the slide. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. So this is a concept I'm super interested in studying. Like just talking to some people in NFL, they love it. So dagger with the pylon, right? If anybody knows me, I freaking love the pylons, pylon. Can't get enough of them. The issue is what is the supporting route? So here we have the pylon by 2, the dig by 1. So they're running dagger. Here's my issue: is it happens at the same time. So this dig, this crude dig, and this crude pylon route. Okay, just stay with me. And they're running it over. And whatever protection they're using here. Okay, chipping again, the man side when you fucking know. So these two routes happen at the same time. So how do you teach the quarterback, right? You can't, it becomes a defender read. So you have to read the corner. Is the corner, and in single high zone, it becomes the corner is now the defender read. If he takes away the pylon to the dig or exactly how, I've never done defender read stuff. Like here, how do you teach this? Because this could have easily been the pylon over top. It's all kind of happening at the same time. So I would love to get to it because I think it is the best complementary route because people run the curls and that sort of thing. And the curls are fine. The issue, it's just not explosive. You catch a curl, you get tackled for 15. I'd much rather catch something on the run like they're doing here if the corner plays off. The way I really like it. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so we have our over or our crosser. Now the pylon going that way. Okay, with a dig behind it. Right, so as many freaking pylons and digs and all that stuff as you can throw things on the run, the better. These guys just got freaking abused in coverage, man. I think they do a good job. I love really wide, shallow pockets. Like when you get that right there, when our tackle is now outside the hash. But like what allows us to do this, okay? So it allows the chipping on the backside and then putting a tight end on the ball. Same thing. I don't have to touch this guy. In my study, this did almost as good as a true chip. Because same thing, you're just providing the bumper, right? This guy can't jet up the field. He can't go wide. Because you're providing something that keeps him where he is. Okay, so if you don't want to chip because it is kind of expensive, putting a tight end on the ball and he can just run a normal route, right? Just something to provide a little bit of presence for that tackle. Allows him now to go attack that D end and jump him. And look at that pocket. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You're going to win a lot of games when you get stuff like that done. We have another can. Okay, we have motion, same thing, right? We have our corner on our big tight end. We know it's zone. Okay, so what's our zone attack? We don't know what the man plays. Could have been anything. We see everybody communicating. Okay, when you have whatever you want to call this play, I think I called it otter for whatever freaking reason. Okay, the big deep out, okay, and the dig behind it. Easy scan, I'm going out to dig. I'm not seeing the dig thrown a lot because you don't have great like, concepts underneath him. Okay, but the out is your throw here. We're in easy zone coverage. Life is good. I think these guys are just ahead of the world in the passing game attacking coverages world. And maybe his NFL stuff helped them, right? We're canning it, we see the communication. We're sliding it, we'll get, what do you know, we'll get freaking double chips here. Once again, look at that pocket. Let's look at it from wide. I get not shit on it, I do it to myself for hating drop back. If you gave me pockets like that, I would drop back every damn snap of my life. You give me 5 yards of separation between the line and the quarterback, you make it wide, I'll do that. Okay, once again, they're helping themselves with formations, okay, and chips, double calls, all that world. So this is an interesting one. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do here. This almost looks like the Vikings play. So the Vikings just kind of worse. So cover three beater. Now they get Tampa. Okay, so cover three, we're running our post over. So think post or over. And then you want kind of like a low cross here who can sit somewhere on the hash. Because you want the 3-up player in cover three to get Tampa. Okay, cover three player to take the low cross, and then you'll hit the high cross behind it. The issue is the spacing. It's like he's nowhere near the overland mark over here because he runs it so vertical. Same thing the Vikings did for whatever reason. Okay, ends up crowded, ends up not having the space you want. Now quarterback makes it work. Okay, but just a little bit off in the spacing aspect. All right, so they're chipping to the slide side, which is fine, better than nothing. It throws off tendencies. You need something to throw off tendencies. They bring a corner blitz. Hate with the running back here. Okay, he needs to go meet that thing. You're giving somebody a 5-yard head start. He ends up picking it up, but the quarterback does not. That is not a world a quarterback loves to be in. Is there a running back a yard from him? Okay, could easily get collapsed. Go become a tackle here. Okay, go meeting there. Now we have room to work with quarterback wise. And if you get beat, I'd much rather you get beat where I have time to navigate it and get out of the pocket. If you get beat right here, there's no time at the sack. Okay, but this quarterback's pretty freaking special. Same thing. What do we have here? Oh, we got our corner. Okay. Oh, that's man. No. Sorry, that's man. Okay, so we have our safety on him. We go corners over. We got our double indication. Okay, so we're corners over. We have our safety on running back. Let's bring him in and confirm. Yes. Okay. So your thumbs up. We're good. So our first play is good right now. Our man coverage play is on. O-line doesn't know the difference. The O-line's call is already locked in. O-line doesn't block with a piss. Okay, tight end on the full slide. Okay, but a classic man beater. You got your glance, whatever you want to call that, then your whirly bird by 2. So you're going glance to whirly bird. Whatever that route you want to call that. That pivot, fade, whatever that is. Okay, once again, we're attacking coverages. We're not just calling plays. Protection-wise, we're full sliding it. Let's see where the issue happens. So that, to me, depends on how you block it. Okay, to me, that's running back's guy. Then looks like they're in full slide, yep. So that would be running back's guy. Running back has immediate edge pressure. Tight end has C-gap. I don't know why they all kind of pivot back out. Ends up working out. So this is not a double call. This is just one of those plays you have to show. Okay, I'll let it all go. This is your 75-yard touchdown on a reverse flea flicker. The whole defense is screaming, oh shit, get stepped, and then you just give the ball your best player, and it's elephants on parade. You have Caden Proctor at 6'7", 360, 20 yards downfield. Okay, on a safety's nightmare. Right, just a fun play. If you have a guy who's really good with the ball in space, it's a great way to give it to him, okay? And just let your 5 guys just figure it out. There are no rules, just run and hit. See it from the end zone. Okay, really creative way of getting there with the motion, the handoff, the reverse. O-line, just keep going. Well, if you want to, you can like pump fake it downfield because you want everybody dropping, thinking, oh shit, flea flicker, and then boom, get the ball underneath. This ball is either getting tackled for -3 or it's scoring a touchdown. It's probably 80% of the time getting tackled for -3, and then the other 20% you're scoring. Especially if you have a 6'7", 360-pound left tackle that can move like that. It helps. Look to the sideline. Okay, whatever we see. Sliding right, ID5 it. Let's see from the end zone. Ends up being just stick optioned. Okay, so it's like a base play, right? So if you're not going to double call it, then you want to run your base plays. Those kind of worlds you want to live in. This is a base play that can execute against everything. Stick down here, 2 on the ball. I'm expecting stick or 2 fade by 2. Okay, your best receiver as the option runner. The issue with this one is they're in cover 3, which should be good. The issue defensively is their hook players playing at freaking 12 yards depth. which he should not be doing with 3 off the ball. Okay, I'm not expecting 3 on a high cross. I can be a little bit flatter and tackle that thing down for 5 defensively. This is a nice call. So this is cover 0, showing cover 0. Ends up being really bad defense. So what we see pre-snap, okay? So we see it's obvious, or they're showing, I should say, cover 0. So I get into my cover 0 check. If you watch like the Lions and the teams that are good against cover 0, they do this. They'll fast motion the tight end in, and they'll just full slide it, right? Because the 7th, you have 6 blockers. So in cover 0, the 7th guy then has to add on, and you have plenty of time and space to get the ball off, right? Because he's moving on the run. He doesn't know if your tight end's blocking or not, and he's late to add. You have time. Defensively, they do a good job. Okay, they hide it, and they end up showing 0 and then going into zone. Okay, and somehow they still get beat on what should be a cover 0 play, and the ball just ends up getting dropped. But I really like it as you say, cover 0 play, your best player. I don't know if it's maybe a 2-way go here, and then you have a return route, but you're not going to get to this guy. So basically, in cover 0, you're 1 to this second guy as a return route. Okay, but a good, just one word, cover 0 beater. If you're playing 2 plays like cover 0, keep this in your back pocket. Quarterback knows to get to it. And then worst case scenario, they end up bailing like they do here. Okay, we have sound protection. We have a decent play. This should be covered in most zone coverages, and you'll just end up dumping it down here. Okay, I'm fine with that. We're back to our first one. So just a good look, kind of behind the scenes, a little bit of the double call world, the can world, something I'm so fond of. Maybe you can implement easier the way they're doing it than the way we did it. We went run to pass. By keeping it pass to pass, your O-line doesn't change, and you're just changing the receivers, which is much easier than obviously changing your offensive line.